Plant FAQs. Begonia boliviensis. Begonia boliviensis, a cascading beauty for my balcony garden. Begonia boliviensis, with its vibrant blooms tumbling down in a cascade of color, has become a star attraction on my balcony garden. This stunning begonia, native to the cloud forests of the Bolivian Andes, is not only captivatingly beautiful, but also surprisingly easy to care for. For the past few seasons, I've been growing these beauties, and they've rewarded me with non-stop flowering throughout the summer. Now, I want to share my experience and some helpful tips for anyone who wants to bring the magic of Begonia boliviensis to their own space. See more 2,104 species in genus Begonia at monsteraholic.com. How to care for Begonia boliviensis. Light and location. Begonia boliviensis thrives in bright, indirect sunlight. A spot near an east-facing window is ideal. Too much direct sun can scorch the leaves, while insufficient light will result in fewer flowers and leggy growth. My balcony gets dappled morning sun, which seems to be just the perfect amount for these flowering wonders. Watering. Consistent moisture is key for Begonia boliviensis. Water deeply when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Avoid overwatering, which can lead to root rot. I usually water mine every other day during hot summer months and adjust the frequency depending on the weather. Soil. A well-draining potting mix is essential. Opt for a commercial potting mix specifically formulated for flowering plants, or create your own by combining equal parts perlite, peat moss, and compost. Good drainage is crucial to prevent waterlogging. Fertilizing. During the growing season, spring and summer, fertilize your Begonia boliviensis with a balanced liquid fertilizer diluted to half strength every 2 weeks. In the fall and winter, reduce or stop fertilizing altogether. Temperature and humidity. Begonia boliviensis prefers moderate temperatures between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 24 degrees Celsius. They also appreciate moderate humidity levels. If the air is dry, you can increase humidity around the plant by placing it on a pebble tray filled with water. How to propagate Begonia boliviensis. This prolific bloomer is surprisingly easy to propagate from stem cuttings. Here's how. In spring or summer, select healthy, non-flowering stems with at least 2 nodes. Using a sharp knife, make a clean cut just below a node. Remove the lower leaves, leaving a couple of nodes exposed. Dip the cut end in rooting hormone, optional, and plant it in a pot filled with moist potting mix. Cover the pot with a clear plastic bag to create a mini greenhouse environment. Place the pot in bright, indirect sunlight and keep the soil moist. After a few weeks, you should see signs of new growth. Once the roots are established, remove the plastic bag and continue caring for the new plant like a mature Begonia boliviensis. How to overwinter Begonia boliviensis. Begonia boliviensis is not frost tolerant. If you live in a climate with cold winters, you'll need to bring your begonia indoors before the first frost. Here's how to overwinter it successfully. In late fall, before the first frost, reduce watering frequency and stop fertilizing. You can either bring the entire plant indoors or just take stem cuttings for propagation and discard the mother plant. If keeping the whole plant, choose a location with bright, indirect sunlight and cool temperatures, around 55 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit / 13 to 16 degrees Celsius. Water sparingly throughout winter, just enough to prevent the soil from drying out completely. In spring, once the danger of frost has passed, gradually increase watering and resume fertilizing. You can also repot the plant into fresh potting mix if needed. Beyond the basics, my tips for success. Here are a few additional tips I've learned from experience. Deadheading spent flowers will encourage continuous blooming. Simply pinch off the faded flowers at the base. Begonia boliviensis is a fast grower and may benefit from occasional pinching to maintain a bushy shape. These beauties are susceptible to powdery mildew, especially in humid conditions. Ensure good air circulation and avoid overwatering to prevent this fungal disease. With a little care and attention, Begonia boliviensis will reward you with a dazzling display of cascading blooms throughout the summer. So, why not add a touch of Bolivian magic to your balcony garden?